Good afternoon, everyone. What's up, Simonics, and welcome back. Glad to have you all on the stream. Just so we're already live. It's always still confusing me. Good afternoon, good evening, Blind Ray. Good evening, good morning, good whatever, everyone else. Thanks for already joining. 9 people already waiting for this stream. That means you all have been part of the Tailwind drama during the weekend. We're gonna have to talk about that. But especially we're gonna build something cool with Tailwind. And I had an idea for this stream, but I completely changed my plan. And instead, we're doing something with Tailwind where we were doing a different kind of UI, a UI that you definitely know. So what I wanna try and replicate on this stream is, of course, this UI. Yes, we all know it. The good old ChatGPT UI. I was just playing around with ChatGPT and then I thought, well, wouldn't it be interesting to create that kind of UI? It's quite clear. And I think it's actually also using Tailwind. So yes, we're gonna do and try that in a second. But first of all, let me finish my coffee. Let's welcome everyone. Howdy, Bill. Bill from Texas. Hello, favorite Simon. Thanks. Always happy to be someone's favorite. At least. That's a good point. How are you doing, everyone? Did you follow the Tailwind drama? Let me know in the chat. Have you seen... there's so much to talk about. We could have a full chat about the Tailwind drama and the state of JS survey. There's so many things going on right now. Thank you, Omkar, not Omar. Thank you, Omkar. You're welcome in this stream. Always happy to have people from the community in here asking questions and following. Also, make sure you share the stream on Twitter so we get more people involved. I just saw like the other day that the Primogene, I don't know if some of you are following him, had like 600 people in the stream. I mean, he's a legend, he's epic. I don't want to compare myself to the Primogene or Fireship or anything, but damn, 600 people in the stream. Those are like legit streamers, but still like, I don't know if you were a real streamer on Twitch, you might probably have even more. May Tail is in the wind. Yeah, Tailwind is an interesting name for a package. Anyway, we're gonna check it out. I think I've used it, like I used Tailwind, yes? Problem is Tailwind with Ionic. That's gonna be a bit more complicated. So I think finish the coffee. 14 people here. Hey, from France, Gail. Welcome. Always happy to have everyone on board. Good. That means we're ready to do some code. So we're gonna try and do this UI with ChatGPT, especially this split. Oh, I haven't seen that one. That was interesting. How can we do that? That should be interesting as well. But I tried already. I came up with an Ionic application and I already have the split pane. So we're pretty close already, right? Only thing missing is, why is there no page? Oh, I haven't set this up. Yeah, that's a good point. The only thing is my configuration is not yet finished for the split pane, and I don't have Tailwind, and so let's get to that. In terms of the configuration, I completely forgot how you actually implement the Ionic split pane. So I do have the split pane here, the code. Okay, because it's you on the stream, I might even do one more. So 3 items, and let's see, I'm gonna add a router link to my chat page. Just call this chat 1. Is this already enough? Kind of, but also kind of not. Yeah, the chat of course needs to be a child of the menu layout. If you define it at the top level, that's not gonna work. It's been so long since I worked with this. Done quite a lot of other things lately, so it's gonna be a real challenge to actually implement this. Better. Okay. And I should probably have a default going to chat as well. So for the empty path, we're gonna have a redirect to chat, and we're gonna do this, what is it, resolve match something full, what match. What was the name of the keyword? Like only match when this exactly. Hell. Match path match. Come on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Nice. We got that. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can actually integrate Tailwind. I had a tutorial for this. Well, it's somewhat outdated probably. What's interesting about this tutorial is also not only the usage, but this. Look at this. Look at this. This is Simon from 1 year ago. Oh, Simon. Oh, Simon. Good thing I'm still on a diet now. Well, well, well. Stay healthy, everyone. And lose some weight. Always helpful. Okay, let's try. Use this. Like, I don't know if this code still works. I hope it does. I'm gonna try this schematic, which is apparently to add Tailwind to an Angular project. So I'm gonna try and add ngx Tailwind. When you install, yes, I like schematics. Schematics are pretty awesome. I got SCSS in the which Tailwind plugins. Yeah, definitely like forms and typography. I don't know if I need aspect ratio. I'm just gonna go with that for now. We'll create the Tailwind config. Okay, why does it look so horrible? Okay, that's better. It creates the Tailwind config. It updated the package JSON. We got where's Tailwind? We got Tailwind. Okay, and we got variables also updated. That's interesting. I didn't know that it's gonna do this. Thought theme. Oh, nice! It already added the 3 imports for Tailwind. That's nice. Is there anything else? Like, did this schematic really do everything for us to use Tailwind? Let's see. I got Tailwind UI, so let me grab like anything. I don't want to have like a huge section. I just want to have something really small. Yeah, that looks good. Give me code for that. I'm gonna drop that into my chat page. Yeah. No, not yet. We're not yet there. Let's restart the live reload. This is definitely not yet Tailwind UI, I can confirm. I think it should also update like my that is better. Yeah, well, okay, I see. Yeah, that seems to be. Yeah, I think that should be. Let's get this one with a bit more colors. I think it works, but we might have a little problem here. Yeah, definitely. So Tailwind definitely works with Ionic. I can confirm this already after 5 minutes of streaming. However, there's a problem, and that problem is that the border of our menu disappeared. Like, it's not a big thing. I assume that Tailwind just did some kind of override in that regards, but well, it's not really critical. We kind of want to have our sidebar like that. So now the UI begins. We do have the split pane in place. I think I can confidently close this. This was only required in the past. Oh no, that was the wrong key. So in the past, I also had to manually change my imports up here, which I don't have to do. So we have base, components, utilities. Okay, if we got it in there, well, it could be a problem. Anyway, it looks like we don't need this kind of stuff anymore. Yeah, we can also use add apply probably. And this is also interesting, using Ionic colors with Tailwind. So by default, Tailwind uses its own colors. But I kind of want to use my... Do I want to use the Ionic colors? That's... I kind of want to use the Tailwind colors for Ionic, maybe. So I should rather not set the Ionic primary and colors to Tailwind, but the other way around. Like, I can do this probably. Let's try if this works. If I grab the, how does it look like right now? Theme extend. Okay, we're gonna go with the colors. Gonna drop this in here. And that should, those are not the Ionic colors. I can clearly see this is not Ionic color. Do I have to restart again in that case? Because I know a lot of you will think, I don't want to have two separate colors going on. No, this is definitely the Tailwind color. Isn't this the way you do things? Colors, extend. Oh, you don't do it inside of extend. Please, you could have told me that. It goes after extend. Okay, now we don't have any colors anymore. Where did I go wrong? Yeah, I picked it up here in this. Probably because the variables are in here. I think I would rather have the imports somewhere else. Like here, after the core. Where did I had them in the past? In my own tutorial, I added them after all the Ionic imports. Okay, that totally doesn't change anything. That's good to know. I also removed all the CSS stuff, everything we had in here, and used the things from Tailwind. Okay, it looks like my Tailwind hack or whatever doesn't work anymore with the latest version of Tailwind. That's first of all good to know. So we're gonna just stick to the defaults. I'm gonna remove this if it's not working. Anyway, it's not worth having it in here. I will probably also add my Tailwind stuff in here again and also remove it from here, but we already see that we probably don't need that stuff. However, let's build the UI. By the way, I actually integrated OpenAI APIs here. Before the stream, I wrote a little API service. So that service will be able to use the OpenAI create completion with the DaVinci model and the prompt like this. These are the default settings. This works. I don't want to constantly trigger the OpenAI API. And also for all the kids at home, don't do it like this. This is really a bad idea within an Angular or Ionic front-end project. You can do this if you're using SvelteKit, Next.js, something like that, where you have a safe server environment. In my case, I don't have this. You don't have this with an Angular project. So I have my key here in the environment file, but that is not a .env file. This is a file that will end up in your Angular project. So if you want to use OpenAI APIs within your Angular project, do some kind of cloud functions or anything else, but please don't have your OpenAPI key in your Angular project. I'm just doing this for simplicity here and to test a few things. All right. With that being said, let's see how we can create this. Oh no, by the way, I want to quickly let you know why we're actually doing this. So I don't know if you're on Twitter or not, but during the weekend there was an interesting thing going on well, let me show you. So it all started pretty much with this thread from ShadeCN, and then Scott Tolinsky, creator of Level Up Tuts and Syntax FM, jumping on this at this point. Why not just write CSS? So the usual hate for Tailwind, very classic. I've seen this many times, but this thread kind of exploded with 184 retweets and quote retweets and 2K likes. However, there are many people who actually do like Tailwind, and I think Tailwind is pretty cool in a lot of cases and it makes things easier. So as a reaction, there were tons of comments below this, and even Adam, from the creator from Tailwind, jumped into this. At some point, I think the next day, Scott asked, what if we were able to discuss the pros and cons of a technology without getting personal? Well, yeah, that's kind of easy to say. Adam replied to this as well, pretty much. I think Adam previously replied actually quite okay and explained things about Tailwind, but at some point it just felt like everyone's just hating Tailwind, and Adam was kind of pissed about that as well, because he's been working on Tailwind very, very hard. And if people then make comments like this whole don't take things personally thing is easy from the perspective of people trashing things. People spend an incredible amount of effort shitting on things I work really hard on. It's lame. And I can completely understand what he's up to. He also then explained, like, if people would constantly say, oh, level up tilts is terrible for the industry, that would hurt Scott as well. So I kind of see his point. I see the point of both, actually. Scott made a little joke about Tailwind, and I think he didn't mean a lot of harm when he, quote, retweeted and said, like, why not just write CSS? And he has a point, like, the CSS class names of Tailwind, yeah, it can look definitely horrible. However, like, I don't know. I can understand both sides. I can understand Scott, and I can totally understand Adam as well. If people just constantly hate about the things you do, it's just annoying. It's really annoying. Fireship, of course, being part of it as well. I like Fireship, and the meme. Fireship also had a video on this. You can watch it. It's great. Where is it? I was just gonna quickly bring it up. So here we go. Fireship, of course. Tailwind is the CSS is the worst.
2023.
By the way,
in the code report, Tailwind is the worst way to do CSS, except for all the other ways that have been tried.
Exactly, that's the point. Like, Tailwind might be worth, but all the other ways we've tried are also pretty trash. He explained a lot about the criticism and the things in this video as well, so you can check it out. I still like Tailwind, and I want to use it. So that's just my take on this. I can see both sides having a point. Tailwind classes look horrible. Still, using Tailwind in projects is a lot easier than just writing all the CSS, and also coming back into it after years, it's a lot easier to get into it. Okay, that's my rating of the recent Tailwind drama on Twitter. If you haven't been part of it, be glad, because as a person who's actually actively using Twitter myself, that was kind of hard to stand. Like, whenever I opened Twitter during the weekend or last days, everyone was jumping on it, and at some point everyone was also just making references to it in terms like to be popular on the Twitter algorithm, because Tailwind kind of trended, not like for the world, but for that developer niche, and everyone just made some random joke about Tailwind, and my whole tweet was full of those things, so it was really, really annoying at some point. Okay, there was something else I wanted to say about that. I don't know. We're gonna just use Tailwind. Okay, we've been through the integration. We used the schematic. It was easy. And now we're gonna do our UI. In fact, I think we kind of don't really need this. I just need a way now to have the open AI open, as well as my, maybe we do it stacked. Where's ChatGPT, please show yourself among my 300 open windows. There it is. Let's go to the default size. Let's see. Can you see this? Yeah, kind of. Okay. Actually, not too bad. Are we able to replicate the UI and the functionality in 40 minutes? Actually, I got more time today, so grab your coffee. It might be a longer stream if we're just working on this. And tell all your friends who like Tailwind to join. And also those who don't like Tailwind. Back to this. Be gone, be gone. By the way, I just installed an extension today. If you wonder why you don't see any class names here, I installed extension that was I guess kind of made for this. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. Too many extensions. Something like shrink path or goddamn class. Yeah, CSS collapse. What is it called? I don't know, but I also got Tailwind plus that's. I can filter this somehow by installed extensions. Show running extensions. Oh, this view is interesting as well. I didn't know about that one. Okay. Inline fold, that's what it's called. Inline fold. That's the extension I can highly recommend to everyone who has problems with the long class names of Tailwind. Go check it out, install it, and then you can on your page easily get this and click it and it's gone. But I don't really know if I like it for like the full time. We're gonna see. For now I'm just gonna get rid of the stuff in here. And there we go. Okay, the menu apparently has no menu title. So let's go to our menu. Where's the menu? Menu. There we go. Why did I open that page twice? I don't know. Okay, menu. Let's just have a dummy entry in there. Oh, it should look like this. Already begins. Do we do the button with Ionic or with Tailwind now? That's really the first important thing. I feel like we just go with an ion item, but then yeah, why not? Ion item. If we make it a button, it should be fine. We also want to have for the ion split pane for the whole menu. Want to have a background. Can we do this in here? That's not gonna. So, what is it? I don't know. Will this work? Where are the colors? Okay, ion menu. We should probably apply this. Okay, inline fold. You're making my life not easier when I want to copy something. Can I do it with this one? That's gonna be interesting. What are they using as a color here? Nav, scroll bar, gray. Gray 900. But apparently that value won't work because ion menu needs to have this is gonna be complicated. I think for ion content we have to use a CSS variable for the background to actually style it, right? Yeah, that will turn the background like that. So now, will this work? Oh, nice. This is interesting. You see this? Like we're passing to the CSS variable for the background. We're actually using add apply from Tailwind. So this is a perfect combination of Ionic CSS variables and Tailwind. This is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Only problem is that this is definitely not the color. This is definitely not the grayish color. Also, the side pane is closing too soon, so we might have to work on that. So let's quickly check out the component documentation. As far as I know, for the split pane, we can set when. Yeah, exactly. I want to set when to XS. It goes to the ion split pane. So then it should. Yeah. Oops. Now it's not going away at any time. That was not my point. Oh, come on. What is this? Ion page main, when ion menu, split pane, Show the split pane. Okay, that means always. XS is always. And let's use small medium. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Okay, now we need a different color. This is not the color. I don't know what color this is, but this is not the color. Is this gray 900? It can't be. I also use Slate in here. It looks like Slate is actually working. Huh? Okay, now I'm completely confused. Why did Slate 900 suddenly work in here while it didn't before? So that would be the correct implementation. If I come, this is the good old Tailwind problem. If I don't write this somewhere, it's not going to be found. So I just have to use that string somewhere. Or let me try. Will it work on ref if I run it again? Because I've seen that problem before. I think I have the same problem in Galaxy, the SvelteKit application. Yeah, I just have to at some point. Okay, so this apparently that doesn't seem to work like I wanted to. So let me. By the way, this should be removed. This should be this inline fold is more confusing me at the moment than it is helpful, to be honest. So now we have no styling at all, even if I have it like this. When I just say this, also not better. Interesting. Okay, what is our solution for that? Well, it looks like we just have to use the background for Ion content. And we have to set both values. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes it available. Anyone else encountered that before with Tailwind, that you just have to specify the value here as well? Also, I want to set this for Ion item as well. And for Ion list as well. And then we're gonna use this here. It should make yes, and then we're gonna use it for the list as well. Okay, now everyone's dark. Only problem is that we might have to. Let's see. Also need text white on this element. Yeah, that's good. Actually, we don't really want the whole Ion item, or we might have to use a little div in here, and that one will get class margin 2 and background, something they were using here. What is this? Gray 800. Gray 800. Okay, yeah, it's slowly getting there. This should also use the full width and the full height as well. Do we got height full as well? Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. Now we want to align the item center. So let's use, oh come on, this inline fold has to stop. Disable. Sorry, I don't recommend inline fold. Forget everything that I said about inline fold. It makes me crazy, completely crazy. Do you have to open that again now? Menu page. Inline fold, I don't want you. Go away. Reload required. Thank you. Okay. Is this keeping my... Oh, if I reload Visual Studio Code, it keeps that. That's cool. For the header, where we got currently Ion menu, we could also have this button with new chat. But let's first center our text here. We're gonna use flex. I'm gonna use justify center. No, we're gonna not justify center, but content center. Then the text. No, is it not? What is it? Justify align. Oh yeah, something with align items, right? Aligns. No. Content center. Is it item center? I always forget about this. Yeah, it is. Seems to be item center. Item center looks kind of okay. Probably we should use a different font, but so far it's okay. Then we also might have a little icon in here. Ion icon name. Any recommendation? Ionicons? No, this is the Ionic Academy. Ionicons. Something like message or so. Or bubble, message, bubble. Chat. Yeah, chat comes pretty close to it. Chat box outline it is. Ion name, chat box outline. Okay, yeah, well. That should also have some kind of padding. Actually, this one should have some padding X. Maybe even 4. And then the icon or this text should also get some class padding X4 as well. Yes, okay, getting better. Only problem on this is gonna hurt. The hover effect of an Ion item button. I don't know if we will be able to override that. I don't know. By the way, I think we could get rid of the list padding thing if we just said Ion no padding or Ion no margin. No. Anyway, yeah, we wanted to do the hover effect, so we can do this with hover text red. Let's try it like this first of all. I don't expect this to work. Yeah, this is because this is basically an Ion button. So I think what we're gonna do is we will not use Ion items. We're gonna use a classic div element. That will hurt us, but then it will work. Yeah. We do have a problem at the end, but we're gonna get to that in a second. By the way, they're actually not changing the text, they're only changing the cursor. So in that case, I want to have the cursor pointer. Okay, yeah, we got that. I still feel like this is lighter. What is light? 600? 7 or 800, something like that. Yeah, I think this is it. But this whole thing here needs more padding. I don't know, something like 8 or so? No, actually not padding, I think. The inside text just needs padding. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we do have a little problem here. How do we handle this? The text should have more margin. Well, yeah, somewhat like that. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Only problem is now it should be rounded. So this whole element should be rounded. Nope. Rounded. Sorry. Can you please be rounded? I said be rounded. What are they using here? Flex call. Yeah, we could probably have flex on that as well. That makes sense. Flex rounded MD. Okay. Rounded MD. I'm using that as well. Also don't know why it's taking up more space than there actually is. That's a problem. Calling out all the Tailwind experts in the chat. Anyone worked with this before and know why we encountered these problems? Ah, that's it. Nice. Okay, that's good. We're pretty close. Now we just need to make this thing rounded. Ah, we need to make the light gray area rounded. Da 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 da. There we go. That comes pretty close to this one, I think. Now we just need to have this menu button above it. But we're gonna get there. Should be able for us. We already got some nice styling going on. We got this. We got this. Tailwind and Ionic works perfectly. We don't want to call this menu. I don't know if this is fixed here or not. Do I actually want to use a menu header area? I feel like I don't, because it's not really giving me any substantial win. Instead, I'm gonna try and grab this little thing here. It looks great. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. This is really not too bad. Like, I just copied it from here and used it, and it seems to work. It works actually pretty good. Why didn't I do this before? But I kind of don't want to use an SVG here. I would prefer to use an ion icon. So let's see if we can use an ion icon name at, yeah, maybe a bit bigger. What is it? Is it large, or what are the sizes for Ionicons? Large or XL? Small, large. Should be large. Well, is there like a medium thing? Yeah, not a big fan of that, but let's see. Oh, if I make this bigger, I just... Oh, come on. I just want to see the same thing. Yeah, so now I can see better. Add icon. Am I using this already? Class add icon. But I don't need that one. Yeah, that's certainly not what I want. And 24. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay, nice. We got this. Let's also to the... Yeah, maybe we could just add some general padding to the ion content in here. Wouldn't that make sense? Oh, well, no, let's not do that. Let's do a bit of margin here. That should be fine. Oh, 4 is probably too much. Yes, there we go. So we got this. Looks pretty much like ChatGPT. We can click this. We can also click new chat. They won't have anything yet. But we can probably create that page now as well. Oh, we could also do this section down here. Let's try. If we can just copy this over, I will try and see if I can just copy over that section from ChatGPT into our Ionic application. That would be quite hilarious. Isn't this like a... I was thinking it was probably just a div here. But anyway, it looks like those things actually just look the same. Yeah. I can just copy this one. This is... Why? Oh, this is funny. So we can also give our ion list maybe a border bottom. Ion list, border... What did they use? Border white 20. But where is that border? I don't see it anywhere. The border... Oh no, we don't see it anyway. It's quite hard to debug and zoom in and do a live stream. How do we get this border? Border bottom. Yeah, that's what it. Yes, now the list has a border bottom. It also should probably have, like, this whole thing here has a bit of space of padding too. We could probably give that to the list as well. Nope, that didn't. I actually want to use margin more or less. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. If I got margin now, Tailwind makes this so easy. Everyone coming to this later who understands Tailwind will be able to use this, and it's still Ionic, right? Probably that list also should have like a min height. How did I do this? Flex call. Oh yeah, the whole view is flex, right? Okay. Flex and h full. I just need to make sure that the items here the list should have probably flex 1 and expand, while the rest should go to the bottom, like this one here. How do we do this? Gap 3, transition colors, nope. This is quite hard a task. Any flex experts, how do we, why is it not working? Is this a thing of the ion list, or is it me not being good at flex? Let's see. The list should expand. Does it need flex as well? Nah, not really. We have a border. The list should just take up the available space and push this one to the bottom. So ion content has flex and is using the whole height. But then we got this. We got this with flex 1, which should usually expand to the whole thing. We're gonna leave it for now, because I really would like to get to the chat thing. So let's give this a bit more space. I think this is, by the way, already pretty nice. And we can now easily, on our chat page, add to our header. How does the header look like for ChatGPT? Well, that doesn't look nice. We can do this better. Ion header, my chat title. We're gonna probably have to make that more dynamic in the future, but I want to care about that right now. I want to see how we can make this look like the Tailwind thing. How can we do that? We could center the text. I don't want to do that actually. We first of all need ion buttons in the starting slot here, and then an ion menu toggle and ion menu button. So this gives us the menu. Okay, looks good. Then we also need to make it dark. That's gonna be more challenging. How do we make the toolbar with the Tailwind dark? Will this work? Let's see. Class. They're using probably Slate something again here. Grade 200. Yeah, looks like that. Grade 200. We had that problem before where I had used the apply. I don't know if this is like a thing we now always need to do. Let's see. Just this is not the fix. This is definitely not the fix, but if I say background, it seems to be included. This is really interesting. But by the way, this is definitely not this is grade 800. Hey, come on. Apply this. There we go. And of course, text white in that case. Yeah, that looks pretty much like this is an improved version of ChatGPT, isn't it? Okay, now we can actually do some like real coding for that page. So let's say we have our API service to make requests. We're gonna keep an array of messages. That's gonna be a behavior subject. Will be an empty array in the beginning. I'm gonna make this private and get messages will return this dot messages as observable. And when we do get a completion, it's my 60th birthday in 2 days. Oh, really nice. I hope you like our pre-birthday celebration with Ionic and Tailwind. To be honest, I didn't expect this. Okay, let's start different. Chat, what do you think about Tailwind with Ionic so far and what you've seen? Do you like it or do you not like it? I will save my opinion about it for later because you've been quite silent. I just want to know what you think about the implementation we have here, the implementation we have going on. Let me know. By the way, I'm going to use the 900 here as well. Hello. There we go. On the chat page, because then it looks like our menu if I use the 900. That looks like this. So on the chat page, we do have an input at the bottom. When I use that input, no, the import still stays at the bottom. What that means? The syntax text looks a bit messy. Yeah, it kind of does, but so is CSS, right? I agree, yeah. There's quite a lot going on, but once you get oh no, what did I activate? I don't want this. Oh no. Oh no, where did I click? But once you get used to the Tailwind, like padding, margin, X, Y, whatever, it kind of feels good, I have to admit. Minimap, go away. And everyone who knows a bit about Tailwind can pretty easily get into this code base. Chris, I missed the start of the stream. We'll catch up later. Yeah, we were trying to replicate the UI of ChatGPT with Tailwind and Ionic. This is an Ionic application. It really doesn't look a lot like Ionic anymore to me. But we do benefit from things like the split pane and the menu setup of Ionic. And that's what I wanted to try and show you today. That you can get the best of both worlds with Ionic and and Tailwind and ChatGPT. Okay, let's add an Ion footer now. And Ion toolbar. So this should stay at the bottom just like it does for them. I want to open it again. Yes, there we go, because I really want to get for that input field the styling. Do I have an image? It's going to be interesting. I think I could probably... Not too bad. Once again, not too bad. Just copy paste of the styling and I got this. Not too bad. Not too bad. Do I want to use all of this? I don't know. Probably not. Oh, definitely not all of this. So what I want to use is span. Where's this close here? I probably want to use an image in here. So this should be the start block, right? Yeah. So let me grab my Twitter image. No, actually I do have this locally somewhere. I don't even need this. So I'm gonna put this into my assets. Where is it? Simon PNG, always ready. Your Captain Ionic, your cross platform king, always ready for you. And we're gonna use the, where did I say test here? Image source assets simon.png. Do I have to reload for that? And this is not how you spell my name. Thank you. This is probably a bit too much. Class name. I will make this still too much. Maybe 10. Yeah, that looks somewhat better. Is it really as close? Is it 6? Yeah, it could be just 6. Okay, not too bad. So this is our input field down here. Actually, I want to use 8. I feel good about 8. 8 should be fine. Yeah, 8 is perfect. Perfect. Okay, then we got the text area. I don't want all of this. Placeholder, yeah, we can make the placeholder empty. I'm fine with that. We don't really need this text below the ChatGPT input. Do we really need that style? I don't want it. No, let's not use it. Then we got a button with an SVG. Once again, I don't want to use that SVG in here. I'm gonna use an ion icon, name, send. Actually, they're not using outline, I think. Okay, is it centered? Not perfectly. And I don't know what this is. Can we get rid of that? Yeah, we can. We also, this whole area, this whole toolbar needs some padding or margin. Let me check. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? And this is somewhat centered, so I feel like we can actually do this. We're pretty close to finishing our chatbot. Let's see. Now I just need to hook this up to the real functionality and then list out the messages in here. We got this. We got this. Ooh, exciting. Div ng for let message of messages. Oh, we haven't added that to our page yet. Messages equals this.api get messages. And then from our page, we're going to use the async pipe here. Subscribe to that. One message. Do you have like some dummy messages? We can. Okay, so let me see. To make an API call, we're gonna have to call it submit prompt. We could probably just use an ng model and don't even use a reactive form. But why not? Okay, there we go. Let's add a reactive form, chat module, reactive forms module, hit save. There we go. Submit prompt will trigger the API get completion with the prompt. So input form equals something. We need to inject the Angular form builder, and then define the form up here. This start form builder, non-nullable group. What was the syntax? I forgot. I just blanked out for the syntax. I think it's just prompt and then validators dot required. Isn't it like that? I think. So then we should be able to use our input form dot value dot prompt. String undefined. How can the prompt be does not exist, get raw value. Okay, there we go. Const result. Actually, I will handle this in here. So we're gonna add to our messages array locally. Let's define a little interface quickly. Interface message, which has, I defined this before. So we're gonna have an enum creator, and the message has a text from and a, yeah, we don't need a key. Text and from. So if I want to get a completion, I can first of all add something to my messages behavior subject. So messages dot messages next, not emit. Next, all the values from messages currently. Oh, probably let's define this. Let's make this in a better way. Const new message equals text will be the prompt. From is creator.me. So this is our message. We're gonna add our message to the current messages, which means we have to create an array of messages dot what is now value? Yeah, something. Is it value or get value? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. No, not good. Type never. Message array. Okay, adding the types. So this adds our message. Then we make the request. We hopefully get something back. We do have a response. And instead of returning the response, I'm not just gonna add this response to our behavior subject as well, which means if our view is subscribed, it will automatically get the bot message. This is now from the bot. Okay, there we go. That looks good. So why is there one message? This is an empty array. Oh no, what is going on? No, 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 I don't want this. Oh, I called this on the ng unit. Don't want to do this. Please don't. Now I just need to hook up my view and the button. So the button on click will call submit prompt. The text area will be connected, and we need the form group name. What was the name of the form group? Input form. We're pretty close to finishing this. I'm really getting excited about this. Form group input form. Then we have the form control name. What's the name I use? Prompt. Okay. Here we should have message dot text. Okay, let's see. What is JavaScript? Let's see, do we get... I'm so happy, it works. Our chatbot works. Nice. We just need to style this and then we have our own chatbot with Angular and Ionic. I can't believe it. We actually did this in 1 hour. This is crazy. Let's see. Cons dummy messages. So we just got something in here. I'm gonna split this out. Gonna make this one text. What is JavaScript from creator.me? And then we do a second one in here with this text, but putting the text in here. Getting rid of that. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. And I want you. I'm so excited. Hey, this is fine. What is the problem? Text from this dot dummy messages. Okay, now we got some initial messages and we can wrap up the Tailwind styling. So what is JavaScript? Let's hope I can... Oh, come on. Not getting any answer from ChatGPT today. Do we have a ChatGPT icon somewhere? ChatGPT icon. I'm gonna wrap this up, I swear. I want to see this finished. So there we go. We got an icon here. I call this bot.jpg. So now we just need to make that view look like this view. Shouldn't be too hard. Our own view is just the image. Definitely Flexbox. I already know that part. Then we do have the image. And then after the image, so assets Simon. Actually, that's a question if it is Simon or not Simon. Simon.png. And then we have span or probably paragraph with the text. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a typical issue we already know from the bottom. Where's the styling for my image? There. What's the styling? So of course we only want this image. ngIf message dot from equals, I think 0 is me. I don't really like the ngIf else syntax, to be honest. I'd rather just have 2. So if it's from someone else, I'm just using bot.jpg. Okay, we got the images right. That looks good. Now that whole view, the whole message needs some margin. In fact, no, it doesn't need margin. It needs padding. Quite a lot of padding. Probably something like 10. No, that was too much. That was too optimistic. Maybe 6. Let's see what they use. They use gaps. There we go. Border. Actually, we can also use border bottom. We can copy that over. Border something for our message. Yes, thank you. Dark text. Using a somewhat different color. No, only for the dark mode. But they're using text gray 800. Could probably try and use that as well. I don't know if this is gonna work. Not completely sure. I'm gonna keep it for now. So then they do have, yeah, they have a gap. I want to use the gap as well. So let's use a gap of 4. That should give the gap between the image and the text. Nice. And then the only real thing missing is the background styling for the bot here. And that is using, what's the color? Border background gray 50. So in case, oh, we can do in a conditional class, right? ng class, what's the syntax for ng class? Message dot from equals 1. What was the syntax here? Actually, this is ng style, not ng class. Or is it class? Confused. ng class syntax. Come on. I should have asked ChatGPT. Yeah, okay. So background gray will be added in case message from equals 1. And I think it is gray. Let's do something else. Yeah, it's definitely gray. So conditional logic working as well. And I think we have our own chatbot. We have our own ChatGPT bot with Angular and Ionic. I think we did it. Come on, look at this. This is the original. This is our version. It's good. Our version is good. Oh no, something down here broke. You can't have everything. Flex down there. Let's quickly fix that. That looks horrible. Yeah, that was because we adapted all of the code here. Flex shrink. We shouldn't have done that. Why is this its own row? Why did we actually use? I kind of don't want to use any of that fancy styling in there. This class should just be there. Flex. So got this one. Why is it not just in front of this? Flex grow. Medium, relative, border black, dark. Oh no, we copied. Oh no, we copied a bunch of things here. Damn, something is activated once we. Something is once we go from here to here, because this one takes up so much space probably. Border radius. No, it's not about the width of this. It's not about my image. It might be about. Why is there actually another div element in this? This is totally unnecessary. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Come on. Div, why you do this to me? Life could be so easy. Maybe. Where did we find this? Oh, because yeah, that's. We changed to column on MD. Nope, I don't want to change this. No, we got this. No, we got this. Okay, perfect. So let me present you, ladies and gentlemen, the Ionic Angular Tailwind ChatGPT bot. For reference, on the right hand side we see the official ChatGPT bot, which is usually down, just like it is right now. On the left hand side we see our own implementation, which is at least quite as good, maybe even better, because we have an epic side menu, we have a split pane, we have Tailwind styling, And we're gonna ask, how do I add Tailwind to Ionic Angular projects? Give me the code instructions. And we should probably on that note use an ion text area with autogrow. I don't want to hit save now because I want to send this. We might also want to use some loading icons here and reset the form field. And oh, come on, I hate it when the final test is not working. Where's my response? What did I do? Is it now automatically growing? Yeah, it is automatically growing. I don't like that outline. There's a class for that. Focus ring, I think it should be focus ring 0. We used that, but it's still not working. That's a thing for the future. By the way, gonna reset my input form here as well. This dot input form dot set value. How did this work? Input, no, like prompt, something like this. Yeah, I think so. But why didn't I get a reply from ChatGPT? Is it not working? So, what is the Ionic framework? Also, we could add the button here. What is this? Did I reset something? Is it now mad about me? Doesn't look like it likes the auto grow. Why can't I click the submit button anymore? Did this ever work? Submit prompt. What did we do? Ion text area, the button. For some reason, the button doesn't even seem to have an event. What's wrong with you? This is funny. Come on, nasty little bug here. Let's see. Oh, really? I can't click the button anymore. What do we do? My good old button. Where are you? You are here, but I can't click you. Button, come back to me. Should I just make this a div element? What is... Oh, I should probably also use use an ion button. No, actually, if I use an ion button, it will probably be even worse. It looks like something is on top of that button. So whatever we removed here wasn't that helpful for the whole setup of this thing down here. So I should probably reset the stuff I did. It changes, okay, this changed to flex. Yeah, then I can. Okay, for now we're gonna have to work with live with that UI. Still, I want to use an ion text area here with auto grow. Maybe that's working better now. I got my submit prompt. So let's ask this: what is the Ionic framework? Oh, and now that's ridiculous. And whenever I fix something, I don't know if you've been the same. I always get a new idea. Like now I have the idea that probably I'm just gonna return something here, and while this takes place, I'm gonna show the loading indicator. Not the coolest way, but should work to see that actually something is going on. So there is a snippet for the loading controller. Yeah. There we go. And then use loading.dismiss once we're done here. So that should be even cooler now. So let's try. Can I? No. I still messed up my UI here. Oh, because it's an Ion text area. Okay. You don't like the Ion text area at all. Okay, no problem. So finally, what is the Ionic framework? Loading, loading, loading. And API servers. Da-da-da-da! Thank you all for sticking with me for 1 hour. That's it. We have finally achieved it. We've been able to call this. This should have worked like 10 minutes ago. I don't know why it didn't. We should probably have to improve our styling somehow. But for mobile, this is actually pretty good. What's a clickbaity title for an Ionic stream with Tailwind CSS? Oh, we're not resetting that field yet, right? Build amazing apps for iOS and Android with Ionic and Tailwind CSS. Supercharge your dev workflow. That's actually really a good title. Once again, ChatGPT is making me happy. This was really interesting. We could probably build out that UI and like add a few more features, but for now, you see, this could be a website. You could easily deploy this as a website. No problem. It is responsive. It looks good. It has some issues. Yes, we can work on them if we want to. And it just also works super natural as a native application. So you could also use this for native, which means everything that I wanted to show and present in this stream did finally turn out great, because I do like Tailwind. As you can see, we used quite a lot of Tailwind styling, and in many cases, it's really easy to use Tailwind, as you can just inspect the source code from someone else who is using Tailwind, because it's just HTML and CSS and classes, and you can just bring them in. It's better to understand, of course, what's going on, and we see with the bottom stuff we here. I should probably check what we added here everywhere. So we got quite a lot of crazy CSS things going on. However, it works, which means you can build cool apps for mobile and web with Tailwind CSS and Ionic if you combine it in a good way, like we did with the outer thing here being an Ion split pane. We have a header area. We sometimes have buttons, lists. We have a footer down here, but you don't really see that this is actually Ionic, and I think this is pretty cool. I don't know if it's just me celebrating this so much, but I found this to be really. Exactly, that's what I think about it. So, sorry that I've not been too much in the chat, but you also haven't been too active today. Maybe because you've been following or not. Maybe you're working right now and just enjoyed it. I certainly hope you did enjoy this. Next week, there will be a little change in our schedule, as far as I know. So, next Thursday, yeah, I think next Thursday we don't have our stream here, but I will be on the live stream of James Q Quick. I don't know if you've been following him before. I'll definitely announce it somewhere on Twitter or on my email list. I talked to James before, and I think I will join his stream next week, something like 10 a.m. CT, which I think should be something like 1 or 2 hours later than our usual time, but still like evening my time. I don't know. I completely hate time zones. I said this before. So make sure you watch out for the announcement. Probably I'm also going to add it to the community here on YouTube. Again, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this stream, you can also rewatch it from the beginning. If you're interested in the code, let me know in the comments and I will upload it to GitHub. And of course, also as a final note, you should check out the favorite page galaxies.dev, and of course as well the Ionic Academy. If you want to learn more about Ionic, on Galaxies you will learn everything about web development. On the Ionic Academy you will learn everything about, guess what, Ionic, and maybe also Tailwind. I should really have a course about Ionic and Tailwind there. Gonna do this in the future, I promise. Okay, thanks again. A bit longer stream today. Have a great rest of the week. There will be a video, I think on Sunday. I'm working on something, so I might finish it tomorrow. Watch out for that. A little recap of the State of JS survey. We haven't talked about it today, so watch out for that. And have a great rest of the Thursday. Have a great Friday. Yes, Ray, I can put this up on GitHub. I will then later also edit the description here to include that link. And with that, thanks again for joining me today. I will catch you next week. Until then, happy coding. Simon.